Okay, so this is Nilesh. I'm currently working as a machine learning engineer in Quantify. So before what I will start my introduction. So what I did to reach here and what I did, I will give you a brief introduction about that. So as usual, like how you all people join in the same way, I also joined WIT in first year. And in first year, one thing that I can say is that I was like average student. To be very frank, I was like average student. But there I learned one thing that is C programming language very good. I was like well versed with C when I completed my first year. Then after I joined normally, then second year came. Then we have core subjects. I was like doing normally, uh, giving all the exams and normally passing out. Then after second year, then I did internship. So this internship I did in Vedam Labs. I hope you all also know Vedam Labs. Here we have, there I did internship in IoT. Mohan Kondle sir. So there I did. So from there I understood like what are the current technologies we are using. So like Python, SQL, that I understood. Raspberry Pi, what you said. That before that I never used also, never touched also. I went there, I understood. After completing 15 days, then after that I understood that I'm very behind. I'm very far from behind from this technology. Then after in third year, I slowly started learning this Python. So I started learning this Python from YouTube. So, and that the YouTube channel is Arshit Vasisht. So you can also go and search. It's completely like very nice. He teach you in Hindi and beautifully taught. And you also have exercise over there. So you can learn, and at the side you can also solve the problems whatever he gives you. Then after what I did around like 100 and 130 videos I saw. There are around 240 videos on Python itself. So I did around like 1 to 130 videos. Then I came to Hacker Rank. This is mandatory, I will tell you, to survive in IT industry. If you want to do great in IT career, Hacker Rank is very, very important. And one programming language. If you learn this, then whole world is at back of you only. Hmm. So now, then what I did, I went over the HackerRank. Then I started problem solving. So there are problem solving. There are Python related in HackerRank. You can go and solve the problems. So there also I solved like around 50 to 60 problems. Um, what I believe. So 50 to 60 problems I solved. Then I came to SQL. So SQL I learned from Yahoo Baba. There is YouTube channel name Yahoo Baba. You go and there are around 50 videos. It's very nice. You can learn SQL over there. No worries. Huh. Then after I learned this in third year first sem. This is what I did. Then after in third year first sem there is a hackathon came. Smart India hackathon. So there we participated. Actually, it was a team. So the hackathon was about this saline bottle that we need to identify whether the saline is going decreasing. One more important thing I wanted to discuss is that participate in hackathons, whether you know or don't know. To be very frank, when I participate, I also don't know anything, like what should do and what technology to use. I just said, I will be doing, and we are the people. We just went and did. So this is the thing I did and learned many things at that time. To be very frank, because we explored very things, right? So to do that project, like how to do in that way. Then after I completed that, then after Python SQL I learned. Then after that, like what next? You learn Python, you did this. So there were two things I had of me. One was like competitive programming. Typically SDE roles we say, competitive programming. And this type of profiles actually have huge salaries. To be very frank, if you go in Amazon, you will get he will give you like 45 lakhs per annum. SDE roles, entry level. I'm telling you, for a fresher. And one more was like this machine learning I came, and in that I was very well versed with coordinate geometry. मतलब coordinate geometry मेरा हाथ का खेल था. मतलब मुझे मजा आता था कोऑर्डिनेट ज्योमेट्री देखो, मतलब y इज इक्वल टू mx प्लस c, ऑल द प्लेन्स और व्हाटएवर डेटा पॉइंट्स यू से, वो बहुत मजा लगता था. सो देन आई स्टार्टेड विद दिस वन, Machine learning. I used to just go and see random videos on YouTube. I don't even understand what linear regression, what logistic regression is at that time. I don't even know anything. I just went, seen decision trees, they are random forest, they are saying, but what they are saying, I didn't understood anything. Then I just tried, let's go, let's try to understand more and more what they are exactly doing. Then I came to some of the YouTube channels again here. So the YouTube channel one is Krish Nayak. You can also note it down if you are interested to learn machine learning. Krish Nayak one, and one more is Code Basics is there. These are the best channels I can say to give a beginner to give a start for you. Uh, so I went through their the Krish Naik videos and understood like why we use what is supervised, what is unsupervised. Then that's how I completed that. Then suddenly COVID hit. Then one good thing happened that I got a huge time to learn. Then I started more and more exploring. At that time, one more thing good happened is that our college gave the Coursera courses free for us. So there I did two courses, two specializations specifically. One is applied data science with Python and one is deep learning specialization. So if I give review of these two courses, I suggest you to do deep learning specialization. But when you are completely well versed with machine learning, directly jumping into deep learning will not make any sense. Huh. So deep learning specialization of Andrew Ng was best, I can say. So these was around like 4 5 or 20 weeks. What I can say, 20 weeks tutorial was there completely. I completed in like around 1 month, like in 4 weeks. 20 weeks directly came to 4 weeks because I just used to watch. That time, no, nothing was there, right? In home also, just go and just watch. And I was very interested in that, to be very frank. So I completed. I can also show you, like, you may not believe, I can show you my certification date, start and end date. Huh. So this is what I did. Then after, it's like around, then third year completed, fourth year came. Then there was like, we need to do project, right? I was just thinking about like what project I do, what and how. And in that also, and at the same time, I was also applying to the companies as well in fourth year only while preparing my resume, everything. I will also show you my resume, what my portfolio also to you guys. So I did and applied to company. They shortlisted me and had an interview also. Then interview to give an experience. They told me like they gave you one problem and told coding problem simple that you find in Akaran. They gave, I solved. Then they asked me about the computer vision questions. Then whatever I learned I gave. Then at the end he gave me a use case, what they are trying to do. So use case was like simple real time face mask detection. They wanted to deploy in a hospital. So what they did, they sent me a 3 videos of hospital, and they told me like, whenever the person enters in this video, if it isn't as mask, then we should send an alert or something like that. This is the all. We can send like we can alarm. We can do anything. We can send a mail or like whatever. Getting that flag is important, right? Like the person is getting. So this was there. So at that time, you guys know Kaggle. Kaggle.
It does.
Huh. So I will tell you, give you an introduction of Kaggle also. So how we have HackerRank, people go there for competitive programming or pro learning programming. So in the same way, we have a Kaggle as a platform. There you can learn machine learning. You get their data sets. You get the peoples also, like how they are solving. You get to know their notebooks also. Actually, whatever we write in Jupyter Notebook typically because it makes us easy to write a code than is this PyCharm or anything. So Jupyter Notebook is the best I can say. So there you get those notebooks also. And after seeing those notebooks also, you will learn most like what they are trying to do. So this is what I used to do. Then in the Kaggle only, I got the data set of face mask with person's face and without person's. Then I took the data, trained. Then what I trained, like I will tell you. So there are two things will be there again. One is getting the face detection. First is important. Then after classification. So given an image, you need to first identify the faces, like faces present or not first. Then after you can do whether that face has weared mask or not. These are the two things. So first I used ResNet's face detection. So I give the image, I got the face detections. Then for what I said, I went to Kaggle, I get the data. Very simple, supervised learning, binary classification, image is there and corresponding label is there, whether this person is weird or not. Trained the model and that's boom, got the model. Then used model and inferenced, and whenever the person doesn't wear, then I just highlighted with the red box, and if the person goes, then I am highlighted with the green box. Very simple. I sent to them, and they also liked, and they directly called me, like we will be hiring you. I will tell you also like what is the CTC. They told me, they told me they will be giving me 5 LPA, and they told me you just come to Bangalore right away. Because there is need, right? Their client is there, so they want that. Then I told them like it's not possible because COVID was there, and we don't know. If I go there, what happens, what not, I don't know anything. I said it's not, it's highly impossible to come over there. If any remote work would be there, then I am happily to take that. So they also denied that, but there's their condition. So then after then after one more course I came into across. Then for one, typically like I guess 1 month I gave that course. I given time for that course, and I believe that the best course I have seen in my life. I will also share with you guys, no worries. And then after I started applying to the this also, like what we say, internships on Internshala. And I will tell you guys, I literally applied to more than 200 plus internships on Internshala with my resume, but nothing got it. I have to be very frank. And but LinkedIn, I will tell you, I got two internships opportunities from LinkedIn. So they actually called me, seeing my resume. They called me and they asked me like what you do, like how you know all these things. They asked me typically by seeing my portfolio. Actually, I'll show you my portfolio also. They typically ask me. Then then I typically said like what is there, and I interview happened and they selected. Then I had to pick one. So I picked one. Both were also remote. One from Hyderabad, one for Bangalore. So I picked the Hyderabad one. Then I joined there. So there I did one project. I will show you guys. I hope my screen is visible. This project, I will tell you guys, this got completely like viral, like 140K views and 5,000 plus comments I got. So this is the project I did. So what this project is like, it will count the incoming and outgoing bikes as well as the speed of that. You can see, right? So the firm that was like Kaglors, as you can see at the top left. So this was the use case. So this actually we did as a POC. So POC in industry, what it means is proof of concept. Typically, when client comes and says us like this is what our interest is, and we show them as a first POC, proof of concept. This is how we can do. This is the first cut solution. You can say. So this was the first cut solution actually we gave to the client, and unfortunately we didn't get the project. To be very frank, again we didn't got, but good experience is that, and this project I will tell you I completely did. I'm alone, like, and there's this in this firm there are only 3 people including me, to be very frank again. And for this I will tell you this, whatever this video is, that it's from my balcony only. I just recorded my balcony video, got the samples, trained object detection, used algorithm, and on whatever. This is just a bike detection. First I detected the bikes, then after what I did, tracked. Tracked means, let's assume you have one image and another image. So in this image you have got the bikes. Let's assume here one is there, here one is there. It's become difficult for me to explain right away, but let's try to understand. And in second frame also, 2 more bikes are there. How you will map from these is the image, this is the bike, is the same bike in the next frame. That's the key challenge, right? So here comes is the IOU, intersection over union. So, mm, actually, there is okay, fine. I try to explain in a brief way how I tracked. I will tell you. So, whenever a bike came, I tagged it as a new ID. Let's assume the ID is one. This is the first frame. Let's assume, and in that the bike is here. Okay, this is the first frame, and in that the bike is here. And let's assume another bike, another frame. Mostly one frame and another frame will be not much different, right? Make sense? Huh. Then what I did, we have the coordinates, right? These coordinates, and these coordinates. This we can say x1, y1, and x2, y2, and same here also we have. So if you take the intersection, so when these two images come one on the each other, that time what happens is, so let's assume this is the first frame bike, and mostly the second frame bike would be in this way, mostly. So if you see, there is lot of intersection, right? So which we can, by this logic, we can actually map the IDs. Got very clear? I think it's very clear now. So this is how actually I tracked those, I generated the IDs. And for speed also, like speed is equal to distance upon time. So if I explain you that also, like how the speed is getting calculated. So this was the center line in the middle. I hope you all were seen. And in that, there is invisible line here. It's a normal mass, you can say. So I counted this distance in image. This is called as pixel distance. Let's assume this is a 50 pixels. Let's assume. And in ground truth, wherever this line is falling on the real road, you can also find the distance, right? Let's assume that is a 5 meter. So by which you can map, right? Your 50 pixels means 5 meter. So you have a distance 5 meter, and you know the time by from when it started this bike here and when it is ended. Just directly divide, and you get the speed. So that's simple. This is how the speed estimation I have did. So this I did in internship. This actually went viral. I posted in LinkedIn, and then after they actually liked my work, whatever I did over there, then they offered me for a full time role in their firm. So there, and at the same time, in January only, I got the offer from TCS also. So it was actually a tough decision for me to which to join, like TCS or this, because this is my interest, and TCS is like a government job. We say, once you go there, there is no out, right? That's the TCS brand we have in our complete India. And if let's assume I went to here, if company doesn't make profits, what? Obvious they will lay off, company will go down. So this was actually the key problem. Then also I thought, like, let's give my interest. So this is what I joined the startup only, and I was the third person of that company. Then there also I worked out with the client. Actually, that's also one nice use case I can tell you. But right away to explain the complete use case of what I worked on over there, it's become difficult. So let's skip that. Then after I got again one more opportunity after doing 6 months. Uh, After doing 6 months in the startup, I got another opportunity from EY. It's a big four firm, we can say. So I joined there. Then usually interview happened. It was also very easy because when you all do these things, it becomes very easy for you. Literally, I will tell you. Huh. Then interview happened, cleared, got onboarded to project. There, typically, I worked on some Azure resources, mostly like data factory, app function app, logic app, something like that. It's like more like data engineer stuff. The role was like you deal with the data here and there. So there I did. Then after the project got completed, then after I came to one more use case, computer vision. It's I can say it's again best one. So what there is like the client was like Schlumberger. So what they do is they dig the earth. Actually, I don't know exactly why what that pipe is. There's a pipe. They dig the earth, and what they ingest exactly I don't know. because we were that time also we were doing POC, so we didn't add interaction with the clients, so why they are doing what, so we didn't add that information. We just add that they dig that, and again that pipe comes back, and we need to see whether there is any problem with that pipe, like any distortions happened, size decrease or something like that you can consider. So here what we have did is like we trained image segmentation model. Okay, so image segmentation model we have trained. Given an image, it will tell you the segmentation. So what image segmentation? I will give you a brief image segmentation. This is how you get the image segmentation. You see here is a person and you can see this orange color, right? All those pixels of that person you get. So what this did is based by using this, we identified the length. We can identify length, right? So once you have the pixel, again you took a photo of that pipe. After that, what you do, you calculate the actual distance, whatever the pipe is, and you again find the relative distance. Once you get the relative distance, then you just need to multiply pixel distance to relatives to get the actual distance. So this is what the use POC we did. So any questions, guys? Like you want to ask, feel free. I will explain. I will explain. Uh, I'm running out of charging. What second? Hmm? 1 second. Understood. Guys, any question? अब नहीं पूछोगे तो कब पूछोगे? Very simple. If you have any questions, like you can ask, or I can also show you my some of the projects to you. Okay. So this one more project I did, computer vision for a blind person, guys. This was my BA project. The sound is there. Okay, let me check.
The objects at top are one chair, the objects at center are one dining table, one book, the objects at center right are two chairs, one cup, the objects at bottom are one chair.
So this is so what exactly do is, so I've used one pre-trained model. So I have not trained the model. So this model has around like 80 classes. So if you give a frame, given a frame, it will predict the 80 classes. So to name some classes in that, so one person, one chair, or one bowl, bag, again, bus, auto rickshaw. There is around like 80 classes we have. So what I did, I just created a use case on top of that model. So this you can use for a computer vision for a blind person. So what this blind person do, he just goes, keeps his phone in the pocket, and he can wear earphones. That's it. Everything will be automatically happen. Picture will be clicked, sent to the server. Server will predict. Text will become. After text will convert to audio, and you will able to hear. That's the simple.
This gives the information about distance.
Distance. That's the key problem. I can say this doesn't give the distance. Good. Sound. Sound येत नाही सर.
The objects at center are 3%. The objects at center right are 1 truck.
So this is how it do actually. So this I did when I was in BE. I will tell you I did this in like in a 1 week. This project. It's very simple because I'm not trained, right? Just I need to use that model, send the data, get the predictions, and write the code and do rest of the stuff. And this actually was deployed on the Google platform, GCP, Google Cloud Platform. I deployed over there. So one more project I did is like face verification. Typically, we have these on our phones. We have, right, like face lock. This is that simple. So mostly my expertise comes in computer vision. So this is one more. Actually, this is the guy actually, Krish Nayak. I told you, he's a good guy, and you will learn a lot of from him. You just go out to this YouTube channel. Everything is there. So what this I did is I will tell you. This is like facial analysis. So here I predict the age, emotion of a person, gender of a person, and whether the person is speaking or not. Right? 4 things are there. So here it is predicted as a man and happy, age, and silent because he is not speaking. So in here also I will tell you. So 3 models that whatever you see like gender, age, and emotion is there. I've used pre-trained models because getting so much data and train a convolutional neural network is not easy, and it requires GPUs also to train, and it takes like like days and days if you have a large data. So it was impossible for me to train with my resources right now. So I've used pre-train, but this silent or whatever the speak detection is the active speaker detection use case we say here. So I have trained this model. So what I did is like, for let's assume, give you a simple example how I trained this. This is a simple supervised learning again. So what are the features and what it is? So features are nothing but the lip distance. For last 4 frames or 5 frames you can take. And what if last 4 frames you can have the lip distance. If last 4 frames, if lip distance is high, obviously it would be a true positive class, and if it's not, then negative class. Simple. So this is the like facial analysis, the project that I worked on. One more.
Multiple places are there, so
Then also it will perform for all. But the thing is that latency will be decreased. Now currently I am processing 4 frames per second. But this is not a real time. The real time means we usually have 30 FPS, right? Minimum 30 FPS, but this is a 4 FPS. That's fine because whatever this I'm running is running on CPU. So when you run on GPU, it will be like boosted. You get a best performance. One more project I did, like this one is of push-ups counting, I can say. So currently it is at wrong position. When I get into the push-up position, it will say correct position. And it's also a good FPS, I can say 25 FPS is like real time. Completely, I can say like 5 frames we can bear. Simple, here also simple geometry is there. Just I'm trying to find the angle between 28 and 27, which are my legs and as well as my head. Right? When I'm in the upper position, it would be like around 30 degrees. When I go below, it would be like around 0 degrees. We can consider. So based on that, if this reached that, then I am predicting 1. Very simple. Okay. So actually, what I did actually by using this, actually I create one more product itself, like directly from this. So here you can select which trainer you want, what type of activity. This is actually built by the Flutter. I only built this. Like what is your goal? This is how you can select. And if you want to do yoga, you can go and do yoga. So there are these many types. It can actually find the pose and it will count for you. Like if you hold that position for how many seconds. So that's the use case.
Exercises.
Is it slow?
Squats.
So let's assume the squats I clicked. So it will show you the squats video first, random on YouTube, and some how to perform in the text. And when you click let's go, uh, it will connect to the server. So what exactly are happening here is like you are sending your frames, camera frames to the server, and server is again sending back you the frames. So you can see, right, Scots one. Actually, the sound is there here, but when I recorded this video in my cell phone, it actually didn't capture that audio. But that's okay. So that's the one more I did. Mm. And one more thing I wanted to discuss with you guys is like resumes. I will tell you. How many of them have this type of resumes? Please raise the hands, or you can message in the chat box. You able to see?
Yeah. Population is. असा reason आहे की सगळ्यांचा.
आहे का?
Yes or no? The table for graduation and
Hmm. One thing I will tell you, this is how your resume should not be. Should not be. Because they don't see what you did in first year or second year or third year. Because industry doesn't take care like how much percentage you got, whatever you do. They only see technical skills. Then after, what project you did, what certifications you did. This should be the highlighted one in your resume. And like co-curricular activities, when you are a fresher, it's actually needed. That time you can put. So I participate in Code War. And one the key reason why you should not be in this way is that one more reason is like resume should not be 2 pages, sorry, greater than 1 page. Why? I will tell you. In industry we have HRs who actually sees the resumes and call for the candidate. Say they don't even have a time, literally tell you they get thousands and thousands of resumes every day because of our population, to be again very frank. To be very frank, उनका उनके पास उतना टाइम नहीं रहता है. So just give a glance, just give 1 or 2 seconds only to see the resume. In that only they decide whether to shortlist or not. I hope you got it. So
population of India is increasing and population of engineers is
true. Huh. So this is my second version of my resume. Then when I understood like this, that's how your resume should not be. Then I came to this. So in first part of the so here what actually I have mentioned. So first you should be your name, then your contact information, and any key things you have did you can mention at the top. Then after I can say then you can put your education. Uh, but this is also fine. I can say you can also try with this like projects. I mentioned certifications also mentioned. So this is okay. But don't put your education in that table format. No one sees. Then this is the resume from I got internship. This is the resume. I completed my information only in one line. Education, 5 lines. That's it. And key thing is like you can see my portfolio also. So what this portfolio? I will tell you. So what this portfolio is, like whatever till now you did, you are presenting in a web page. Okay, so this is about myself, like what I have perceived in electronics department. I did internship in IoT, then explored machine learning. Then I participated in various hackathons for testing and improving. Currently, I'm building my own projects, and as a fresher, looking for a job opportunity where I can use my skills effectively. This when I was in my like last year. That time I did. So then I actually updated. So firstly, I joined as a data scientist intern, then data scientist, then associate consultant in UI. Then these are my skills: Python, C. Then these are the tools actually. For machine learning, we use like pandas, NumPy, scikit-learn, uh, databases. So I suggest you that if you have a portfolio, then it's like HR will have a very good impression, because typically if you see 100 people, only one or two guys do this. So it gives you a very good impression, I will tell you. So you can also build, and one more thing is that you will learn how you build these web pages also, like HTML, CSS, and wherever you are hosting, you can also learn about that, how to host also websites. So this is how like whatever the projects I worked on. There's one more project I actually worked on like signature verification using Siemens network. So what happens is like this use case is uh, you sign, right? We sign. So there is also forgery of signs people do. So this is to predict that. So when you sign, let's assume we have you have you want let's assume we take one person and he signed two times, and if you give two images, because he is himself signed, then the score will be like positive, like he only signed. And whenever the another person tries to sign, because that time what happens, it like whenever our handwriting goes like crazy, like right, so it directly identifies and gives you negative score, which means it's identified that it's a forgery sign. But I can say there are experts also which can they can completely forgery. But to be very frank again, huh. So this is how actually this sentiment
Because
and
now taking signatures at the time, so otherwise students are so expert.
yeah, obvious, obvious. So the one more project I did like sentiment analysis of COVID-19 tweets. This I did in COVID only, like IBM hackathon. Uh, this was conducted, and this was also group project we did. So what this project it was, I will tell you very brief. So what happened that time? Government used to extend the lockdown. After this date came, again extended. So how the peoples are reacting over the Twitter? How like once the government made a decision, like we are extending to 15th of August, let's assume. So how the peoples are reacting? How was their emotions? So emotions mean, let's assume, alas, we can say, we say, right, like what's this has happened in this. If you someone tweet, then it is a negative sentiment. It's a normal, we can say, uh, multi-class classification only with like neutral. Again, let me positive and negative. Huh, positive and negative. Positive means happy, hooray. Like I can also say, hey, yeah, my college got extended, very nice. So this would be a positive sentiments, and negative sentiment as alas, like how. And neutral would be like okay, yeah, like ho raha hai to ho raha hai. Like this was the use case, and every 2 minutes or 3 minutes, I believe, actually I'm not remembering. It used to create a bar chart, stacked bar chart. Stacked bar chart means like one, let's assume the bar chart count we know, right? Like the count we have. So the size of the bar chart would be the number of counts of that particular sentiment. So okay, for now again explaining that also like difficult, but that's the overall use case I can say. It used to tell us in that way. So this is the portfolio I can say that I built, and I will tell you, suggest you to create your own, because you will learn, and you are creating for yourself, I am telling you again. So that would be a great. And so let's go back to the resume. So this was my resume, which where I got the two internships. You can see, right, that time I was in present still. So one thing I tell you, you need to have your contact information. Then after whatever your key thing you do, then education, then your technical skills, then projects, whatever. So these are all the projects I told you right away, like computer vision, real-time face mark detection, signature verification, Aadhaar card details, sentiment analysis of COVID-19 tweaks. Then after the certifications, whatever I did, I have mentioned here. This was like specialization in each. There is one. See, these each individual course is of 4 weeks. So 4 5s are. So 20 weeks data I completed in 4 weeks. So these the two courses actually I did in Coursera, and to be very frank, this deep learning specialization is very great. I suggest you to, if you want to make your career in this machine learning, AI, data science, then learning these deep learning courses is like best I can say. Then rest is that's it, like co-career activities. This resume I can't say like this is the only the way that you can create. You can also create, but this is the highlight things I can say you. Okay. So if I show you my current resume, so this is how. So now came the work experience. So previously I used to in Ernst and Young UI. There I worked as a machine learning engineer, and our client was like Ensure ANBEV, Ensure Bush InBev. Then after Caglorsys Technologies, this is the firm I took the internship. This real-time mic detection, tracking, counting. Then I worked on these two things. Then I showed you this facial analysis, right? So this is the same. And one more important thing, I suggest you to give the demo link also, like whatever you do, right? Let's assume this is a demo link. So if you go and click there, you can find the directly demo link in my LinkedIn. So try to make your resume as much. You have to sell yourself. To be very frank, okay? You have to sell yourself. So I have also put the GitHub link also, like code link, demo link. So, and what is the time duration I took, like how. So these all things are mandatory actually. Okay. Yeah. So how you are feeling now?
Very curious about machine learning.
Great. But this motivation should stay. That's the key. This motivation should stay. He's saying like he's like he's very curious about machine learning now. He said. So I said like motivation should be there. Then only you will learn. If you are saying that I'm curious now and again later on you.
Many times in class I repeat this sentence. While teaching machine learning, so we are talking about the thing like machines are learning and humans are behaving like machines.
Correct. Typically that. If I tell you so currently I showed you these examples of deep learning, right? Like in dealing with images. I also have some of the projects from classical machine learning, like how we have this linear regression logistic, right? So that type of projects also I have did, and let me show you that also. So one more website I can tell you if you want to do career is Analytics Vidya. Here you get the hackathons. You get the ready-made data. Just take the data, train. Take that data, train. That's it. So these are the hackathons I have participated, like agriculture prediction, cross-sell, customer segmentation, emergency vehicle prediction, healthcare, something. I'm not remembering also like what is this. Just I need to go inside that. Topic modeling for research, loan prediction. So this is also a nice website. You can go and get the data there to learn. And one more that I said is about Kaggle. You will there is that website is the best I can say. And yeah, I think that's enough now. So any questions? You can ask. Feel free. I'm telling you, feel free. I can also tell you like if you are selected for an interview also, like how to prepare for interview also. If you are interested, are you interested? I will tell you, like whenever you give the interview, right? It will be around like 1 hour or 40 minutes. Actually, they select in you in 5 to 10 minutes only. I will tell you. What actually you should tell in interview, I will tell you. I think I given around like 10 plus of interviews till date. It's been like I never got rejected till date. So the reason what I will tell you, one thing would be like, for whenever you give the introduction, right, it should be very clean and very sensible. Like very sensible is means like I will tell you. I will give you an example. So how I started. So when I was giving the TCS interview, they asked me like introduce yourself. This is the key thing, and I will tell you if you prepare best for this introduction, then I will tell you ball is yours. So they told me, give me introduction. Then I said, this is Nilesh Silka, studying in Walsh Institute of Technology. That's it. This is the key. Only two things you need to say. Then after you directly start with technical skills, what you know. What is your technical skills? And what is the best key achievement you have did till now? This thing you need to say. And one more thing would be like what projects you did. Then after what certifications you did. Just go line by this. What I told you, technical skills, what projects you did, what certifications you did. Tell this much. Then they will understand, okay, Baba, this is the guy. Then next question, they will mostly, they will go for the project, what you did in your final engineering. If you say comfortably what you did and what was your role in that project, then finish. You are definitely picked up. If you are trying to fake something, then definitely they will catch because they have like 15 to 20 years of experience who is taking your interview. Definitely will easily catch you, like whether whatever you're saying is true or not, or you have did that or not. Got it? This is the three things I tell you to clear the interview. And later, whatever the 10 minutes or like HR questions will be like very simple. Like they typically ask, are you willing to relocate? So typically we need to say yes, obvious. If you say no, then finish, right? So there only you lose. So and that's it. I can say. No, any again questions? You can ask me anything. Feel free. Anything. If you want to learn Python programming, I tell you, Arshit Vasisht YouTube channel. Go find the videos and learn.
Nilesh, can you now my question?
Yes, sir.
Take an image of my fingers.
Okay.
What it is. Can you say write a program just now within
Okay.
10 minutes to
For-
count the number of fingers?
Acha, but I can do this. It's not hard, I can say. But there is one more teachable machine learning we have in website from Google. So there you just need to, what you need to do is just you need to give your samples with your camera, train the model, get the prediction. That's so simple.
Already it is there.
Already it is there
Yeah.
on the web page itself. So I will tell you, I will show you teachable machine learning.
This type of actually
Teachable.
website also you can learn.
Right away. No need to write any code also, I will tell you.
Yes, we want that only.
You can directly start image project, as you said, image project, right? Image project. Standard image model. So class 1, class 2. You can upload your photos here if you
Yes.
already have.
Yes.
If you have a webcam, you can do that. So let's assume webcam.
Okay.
One or two.
So let's assume hold to record. I don't know whether it capture. I think my face would be also adding a noise to it, I believe. That's okay. Let's test. So one more.
In the second case also face will be there. So
Let's see how it works.
Now you are training.
I'm collecting the data collection.
Yes. Okay.
So I collected around 32 five finger sample, and here around 30 image sample. That's fine for now. And backend it does transfer learning only here also. Train model. preparing training data.
And GPUs available on Google platform will be
So let's assume. So this is you. If I keep in this way, class 1. Actually, it's not. Okay. Class 2 now it's high, right? Huh. Huh. That's okay because we have around 30 samples here. Like by see you can see.
maybe actually show animation if you show.
Actually, if I add one more background sample, like no fingers, then there would be one more class. You can understood, right? So actually, it is now showing as a class 1 only, right? Without showing fingers also. So what you can do, you can add one more class. Let's say again webcam without normal, like without any nothing background class.
Yes.
Train a model again. That's it. That's pretty simple.
Interesting. We want this only.
See now it's class 3, right? I'm simple idea. Now let's assume it's not, but that's okay. Like it's but you can see high value for class 1, right? And class 3. So that's how you can export your model here, and you can exploit in TensorFlow Lite. In TensorFlow, I can say OpenCV Keras would be very easy for us to deal with. So this is the directly put your code into Jupyter Notebook and directly run. Directly you can run this code in your Jupyter Notebook.
Yes.
And the model would be like this kernel model.h5. All your weights go in save there. That's how simple. So here you can do types of projects also, like image project is there, audio project is there, post project is there. It's so simple, very I can say. Virtual labs you can say, yeah, correct.
You'll have at least something you have to do. Only you have to provide the data. Everything will be done.
Everything will be implemented. That's how easy it is. I will tell you for traditional machine learning also, like how we have tabular data, right? For let's assume diabetes prediction I am doing. So for diabetes, we calculate some features. Exactly, I'm not remembering what. Typically, we say like what is the age of that person, gender we say, and type 2 diabetes, some features you can say, and you can predict the diabetes, right? So these data, if you give to directly AutoML, everything will be taken care of it. So what everything will be taken care? What we do typically, we do feature scaling, right? You know, people, what is meant by feature scaling? So whenever the data range is like from 0 to 100, like let's assume any range, we drop down to scale to 0 to 1. Normalization. These things all will be done by that AutoML package only. You just need to throw your data. That's it. That's
These
it.
things are reducing the opportunity for the because everything is done by this.
Yeah.
What engineers will do?
If let's assume we have a categories for gender, what we say male, female. So basically, maths doesn't understand string, right? Characters doesn't understand. You need to encode that. What you do typically, male you can either do 0 and for female 1, or either vice versa. So this thing also it will AutoML only do. No need to transform also. No need to construct your features again. Everything will be taken care. That's so simple.
Google is only helping them in learning machine learning. Everything lab experiment they are done in Google Colab only.
Google Colab is also superb. Like that's also like Jupyter Notebook. Just
Even for predicting also we can use this teachable machine.
predicting means predicting means like where you are predicting. That is important, right? If you're predicting here, then that's what we have
Stock
shown.
market data, if you want to suppose I have the stock price prediction.
Stock price prediction.
Yes.
Okay. So stock price prediction typically doesn't come into image or audio or
Yes,
post. Doesn't come.
Yes, that's why I'm asking.
That comes in time series.
One line more coming soon.
So for that also we have like time series models. So I can give you one thing about this time series also. Typically how they train time series into supervised way. So let's assume. So these are the stock price. Let's assume currently it has at 1 rupee. Let's assume. So second it went 2 rupees, 3 rupees. Suddenly it went 10 rupees. 15, then drop down to 1 again, let's assume, again 2. So this will be your time series completely. So what we can do to train the supervised way, we can create a window. Window means like number of features you are interested. Let's assume what I can do. I can take a last 3 values as my features, F1, F2, F3, and this will be my target. For this one, what I do, this would be my features and this would be my target. In this way, I can create the entire data. I'm breaking the time series data into a supervised machine learning problem and I train, that's it. Based on last 3 values, you can predict what would be the 4th day's value. And for performance measures, we have like mean squared error. You know, people guys, mean squared error. One more thing, we have R2 score. Are you aware of? Okay, no worries. So these are the actually performance measures for regression models. So this is a regression problem, right? So you are predicting the numerical feature, not a categorical, right?
For category, what is the
Performance metrics.
Classification of problems actually. How we evaluate performance.
Confusion.
Confusion metrics. I can tell you, see, accuracy is there. Accuracy, confusion metrics, precision, recall, F1 score, ROC AUC score, log loss. Log loss is also there. So these.
Finally, you tell them about supervised and unsupervised, and the next week we are taking their board. So we expect that in front of external, all will answer it correctly.
So difference between supervised and unsupervised in very practical way I will tell you. So इस मतलब इससे नीचे कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता, ठीक है? तो यहाँ पे एक बैग है, यहाँ पे एक बॉटल, right? हाँ, I told you, like let's assume there is one baby. So that baby means our model. Let's assume. So I told her that baby that this is a bag and this is a bottle. The next time I'm showing her to this, like what is this? This she will obviously tell this is a bottle. So this is a supervised. Understood? Very simple. I'm telling the label for that. So this is a supervised learning. Very simple. In layman terms, I can tell you. This is in layman terms, not a technical, not a definition wise. This is a layman terms. Let's assume again baby is there. For unsupervised, I'm telling you. So this is a bag and this is a bottle. I will tell you where you will keep this. Very simple. This is a unsupervised. This is a basket of a bag. This is a basket of a bottle. Where you will keep? She will always keep. Obviously, she will keep in the bottle basket. So this is a unsupervised learning where you don't have any labels, but based on the features you see, and this will fall under that. So to tell you about the features also, let's assume. So what is the color? Color can be a feature, right? This is a black and this is a white. So it's more or less falling near to this data point, right? If you plot them, actually I can tell you on a board very nicely. But time is also exceeding, but that's okay. Supervised. Here you have a label, there you don't have a labels, and that's how I told you in layman terms. Anything else? पूछो. अभी नहीं पूछोगे तो कब पूछोगे? मैं एक ही बता देता हूँ. अभी नहीं पूछोगे तो कब पूछोगे? अभी नहीं करोगे तो कब करोगे? सिंपल है. हाँ. Let's know how should I give you about the regression? ठीक है. Okay. Let me think for like very small use case. Actually, baby, we can't tell regression right away not coming. But one use case I can tell you. Based on the experience, predict the salary of a person. So in layman terms, if I tell you, I will give you the data. So let's assume for 1 year experienced guy, his salary is around 5 lakhs. So 1.2 years guys are also 5 LPA, let's assume. And 3 years is around like 8. And 10 years is around like 20-25, let's assume. So this I told you. Now I told you guys, right? So now I will tell you like what would be the salary for
7 years.
7 years. Or very simple, 8 months, 9 months. I can ask you anything now. Simple, right? Actually,
In project you were showing the age, so that was the regression.
actually, we converted that regression problem into classification. So how we,
Multi-class classification.
multi-class classification. We actually so that age prediction was there, right? So there's so age can be ranged from 0 to 100. Typically, we don't people live till 100, but typically we can say. So what we have did is what the actually this what who have trained that model. Actually, I've used that pre-trained one. But what they did, people like 0 to 3 years, whatever the children's babies we say, but they typically have the same type of face, I can say, same type of body structure, right? Or face, we can say. And the people who are like greater than 4 to, I can say, 7 or 8, they typically fall in the same range. So that's how actually based on domain knowledge. So this is the domain knowledge, right? By like in very small age, your face will be small. Then how you grow. So you can't directly say like 0 to 10 मैं एक क्लास बनाऊंगा और 10 to 20 और एक क्लास बनाऊंगा, उतना सेंस नहीं बनेगा. अगर आप डोमेन से उसको स्प्लिट बनाओ के डोमेन नॉलेज यूज करके, तो बहुत अच्छा बनेगा वो मॉडल. मतलब समझ रहे हैं आप?
Forming bills.
हाँ, फॉर्मिंग बिल्स. हाँ, मतलब 25 to 30 you take it, it makes sense. So typically वो टाइम के like beard will be there, something like that you can consider. Ask. You're not even ask any single question for me.
So they are not prepared for asking, they are now prepared for answering. So that's the they are in the mode of answering. So you ask the question, maybe they will answer.
So actually, doing this in Paint, I think it's really hard. Let's assume this is my experience, and this is my salary, and these are the points. So what is machine learning? I will tell you in from here only. Let's assume here we have, here we have, here we have. So by our eyes, we can see there is normal line going from here. Creating this line is a machine learning. Understood? Creating this line. Once you created this line, you got the like y is equal to mx plus c, right? It's typical hard for me to write here. Mx plus c. You got the m means slope, right? This m you got. You have once you get this slope, that's it, right? Y is equal to mx. X means whatever your experience you have. Put that, multiply that, and plus c whatever the bias is there. Don't even consider c for now. Y is equal to mx. By just you multiply and you will get this value. And like mean squared error. Mean squared is nothing but difference between this line to this point. I hope you know. Mean squared error. This is what actually we do. This is what the error we say when calculating the performance of a regression model. Any questions again?
Okay, at least you might have got some sense, any sense of this machine learning, what we are learning, how it is applicable for developing some small applications. We have demonstrated so many projects, and then you come to that whatever basic things you are learning are used. Basic means basically mathematics. It's for identifying the speed of the vehicle, the formula of the speed is equal to how to implement in the image.
That's the key.
If you are able to that.
Just you need to think.
He appeared for the interviews and never he was rejected. With this much work and this much expertise, if you are going in front of anyone,
What I told you. Tell your name, education, skills.
He would come to the institute and say, sir, I want to join Martin Institute of Technology for teaching for 1 year. You say, welcome. Right? You are welcome. There is one course called adjunct professor.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So it's like managing your lab. So if somebody is working in the industry but wants to have time and have a place, so you can interact with students. And students pay.
Even in online also is okay, but for 1 year, minimum 50 hours.
Okay, okay, got it. I don't know, like my my firm allows me or not.
There are
Compliance
some
might be there.
Some technical things.
Mm.
Fine.
Yeah.
So we can do.